I'll share one of the reasons that I really love to do the work I do, and especially using the outdoors as kind of a conduit for conversations, because it's pretty powerful on many levels. But let me tell you this story about this family I was working with. So it was a girl and her father, and I had them out for a counseling session in the outdoors one morning. They both had presented, for the first session, talking about wanting to connect and understand each other better. The father had even talked about not knowing exactly who his little girl was anymore, right? Because she had changed so much. The little girl started to express that it even been a while for her, that she even felt loved, and that led to her fighting back tears, and her dad started to do the same. And so at that point, as a therapist, I just decided let's kind of sit with this right now and not run away from it for a while. So we were in that moment for quite a while, and I asked them then to each find an object in nature that represents love. And before I could elaborate on the instructions, and most families will ask me, like, what do you mean by that? And I want clarification, but the girl didn't need it. She exclaimed, "I found mine," and she shot her index finger towards the sky behind me. And I glanced backwards over my shoulder, and I wasn't quite sure to what she was drawing her attention, my attention to, and her father's attention to. But she clarified, "The sun." And so then I wondered, of course, what's the connection you're making between love and the sun? And I was pretty moved, and of course her father was even more so, when she explained, even if you don't always see it, it's there. And that led to a series of conversations about love and the sun, and how families work to experience that, and sometimes they lose sight of that. The fact that they do love each other. It's just a matter of understanding, like, how they've changed, and sometimes it's not always easy to see that the sun is present. But for the next couple of weeks, as a therapist, working with that family, I kept touching back on the presence of the sun in their life. And the last time I met with the dad, and the daughter was there too, of course, he was very proud to say the sun is around a lot more. And I thought it was a pretty touching moment, but also like a pretty significant moment for all of us in that counseling relationship, because we could ground ourselves in something that was powerful, tied to nature, and something that can be seen as ever present.